Okay, I'm probably doing this dumbest thing ever, and I will try to drive to Krakow during the night. See if I can make it. Because I'm seriously not sure. It's about 11 p.m. here, so this is not like a evening stroll. It's night. I think that's like a Pepsi bottle, so I'll try not to drive over it. There was something on the road. It's still technically 3rd May. I could talk about 3rd May Constitution, but I don't think you are up for half an hour lecture on history. Especially since I don't remember all of the names and stuff like this. Again, although this isn't like a long weekend. I mean, 1st May just axed the Friday. That's all. Usually, the way it is, you have like when it's when 1st and 3rd are during the week, you can take 2 days of free time and have, weekend and 2 holidays and those 2 days, so like 6-7 days. This wasn't on purpose. There's nothing wrong with this 6-7 meme, so chill out. You would have 6 or 7 days free for the price of like taking 2 days off. What to talk about? It's not like you guys are going to watch this, so I don't know. In case you watch first 6 minutes or something, first 5 minutes, tell me the topics that you would like me to cover, please. I super beg you. always just talk about AI, but maybe not. Like, I know that. Yeah. There are some fascinating topics there, but mostly in the technology side. Back soon, because I don't want to leave my father for too long alone, because he might do something reckless again. Yay for freedom of, I don't know, going outside of the house. Forgetting that here it's 40. And since it's after 11 p.m., the speed limit is relaxed, so it's increased. The normal speed limit, where you don't have a sign, is higher now because it's night, so there is less traffic. The speedometer is wildly inconsistent, so I am at these speeds. So I'm more guessing the speed then. Well, you know, it's not as bad. Like for 3 years I drove a car without speedometer, with speedometer damaged, so the only way you knew speed was, estimating. You knew at what gears, with what engine speed you would have what speeds approximately, so you were driving by ear, and you will checking with your eyes if you're not driving too fast. Yes, it's past 11 p.m. so speed limit is higher at the moment. 40. 40. We're at 25. King of Poland, Stanisław August Poniatowski. Very divisive figure. I mean, in the end, he did betray Poland, but he was also the greatest champion of Poland, surviving through partitions. So it's incredibly complex to talk about him. When you have a medal that you give to dissidents who speak against your government, you know, like order, like some kind of like equivalent of, I don't know, Medal of Honor for US military. When you give like medals and orders to people who spoke against you, that was novel idea, and it wasn't like, you know, oh yeah, I will do that and then I will imprison you or something. No, it was additional protection. Order for those who dared to be wise. So for those who dared to speak from the wisdom against the king, you're holding up well. I'm sorry if you're bored. I hope you're not bored too much. Stopped by the police, because it's usually a waste of half an hour. So, you know, not the most fun experience. Even if they don't find anything to put on you, like I have to stop thinking about the 90s as an arm. Police won't come up to my lights, they won't kick them out, and they won't give me a ticket for lack of, illumination. That reminds me of a story. You basically, in the 90s, you called anyone, if you had mobile phone or something like that, you called anyone that you knew that would be helpful to you in such cases. I remember in Warsaw, gang wars in the 90s. A friend of mine told me, like, they were, bunch of 14 and 15-year-olds. They were driving a car, of course, legally. That's normal. And they were bouncing somewhere, actually washing the car. And like another car came by, more expensive, and 3 or 4 guys accosted them and told them to pay up, because my friend they were thieves, so they had some kind of money but not enough. So they did pay, and those guys bounced. They just left. But one of my friends had a phone, so he called his friend, and 10 minutes later 4 guys come back, towed by a guy with even more expensive car. One guy in that more expensive car, and those 4 guys like apologetic, give them their money back to my friend, and the guy says, no, that's not enough. If it's what, you stole like 200 zloty from them? No, you pay real money. You pay like $1,000 each, $1,000. So those poor bastards had to basically pay like a week of income they had for 2 teenagers for assaulting them in the wrong area. Because that's what you had to, if you were in a criminal organization, even if you weren't in a criminal organization, but the criminal organization had some kind of your area was under their protection. If there was a problem, this was a problem for them as well, so they had to be careful. Were a bit crazy. My friend, he was stealing and selling stuff on the main railroad station in Warsaw. If you know, you know. That was place where you could die and police didn't go in. I mean, when police got in, that was like 6 armed guys together huddled. And only in a few places. So yeah, no. That's... I didn't leave. I'm not like a big Warsaw fan because of that place, among other things. That was, kind of the first place that I knew in Warsaw, because I drove there by train, but it was scary. Like, all my instincts told me that I am being appraised and for mugging, like every second I was there. And I grew up in a Krakow hood, so my instincts were not that zero. They were sharpened well. And since I was from Krakow, that meant that I had another target on my back. Yes, back. probably. See you later in a bit. Okay, this might be part 1, so subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Please write what the hell should I talk about, and bye. Take care.